everybody. It's Louise from 40s Plus Miles Movement. How you doing? And happy holidays, I would like to say. I want to do a quick video, and this is going to be a couple of, probably not even long, but I wanted to talk about something a little, a little bit about holiday blues. And I wanted to talk about holiday blues because, of course, this is the time of the year, not just starting from Christmas, but from when the holidays begin, Thanksgiving and on up. A lot of times we have, come together as families and celebrated and, you know, just celebrated a whole bunch of different things. But the one thing we have to keep in mind is that everybody doesn't celebrate the same. And we have to also remember that there are some of us who don't look forward to holidays just because of loved ones who have passed on that we don't have the ability to spend time with, to see, to tell them happy Thanksgiving or Merry Christmas. And I just want you to know that even though those loved ones have passed on, we have to remember that we're still here. We're still amongst the land of the living, and that we have to continue. And I said before in my previous video how I don't know if you looked at it, about I love my daughter but I'm sorrowful, and I talked about two of my siblings who have passed on, and I also talked about my nephew who passed on. So I'm speaking from experience. I'm not coming to you as a person who doesn't know what it's like to have empty chairs sitting around the table. I'm a person who comes from, when my brother passed away in 2011, in November, we buried him the day before Thanksgiving in 2011. And we still as a family came together and still was able, to have a Thanksgiving meal. So I said all that to say that even though this holiday is about a lot of people celebrate it for different reasons, yes, there's commercialism, and we never forget the reason for the season. But I want to just remind you that this is a time for families. Even if you have something against a family member or a sibling or aunt or uncle, your parents, because let's be real, so many people have different things going on in their families. And we don't have the opportunity, always to just tell somebody, I love you, or I'm sorry, or something like that. It's just like you don't have the time, or you don't have the, you might have the opportunity, because life is very short. And even though I never planned for my brother, of course, no one plans for a sibling or a parent or a cousin or a loved one. It could be somebody that's close to you to pass on. But if you are a person who has experienced a person that you love dear to your heart and they're no longer with you, I just want you to try your best, to don't focus on what you're missing. Think about the blessings that you still have in your life. I know this is the 40s Plus Mom movement, but I say that because a lot of times, like I said in my other video, I'll sit back and I'll think about how much I miss my sister because she won't get a chance to meet my daughter or my brother. And sometimes the holidays can hit me hard too. It hits me hard, and I sit there and I really don't want to celebrate it at times, but then I have to remember something, that I'm still a blessed person. God woke me up this morning, He woke you up this morning, and you just have to be appreciative of what time you still have left, and just think of the impact that you can make and the changes that you can make while you're still here. So I know everybody's celebrating, because there's times that even when it's like certain things happen, when I see sisters together or sister and brothers or things like that, and it's a lot of different feelings that come, with the holidays, because we're human. We experience loss, it hurts, and sometimes we can't just pick up and regroup and go forward. So what we have to do is we have to remember that there are going to be sad times for the holidays. I remember when I was a teacher, in my career, my early career as a teacher, I remember that I had a coworker, and when this time of the season hit for her, she just totally transformed into a whole different person. Like, she wasn't that lovable teacher that I had met. It's like she was a zombie. Don't let yourself get lost in loss. And I'm going to say that again. Don't let yourself get lost in loss. You are living. Celebrate who you have. Embrace your child. Love your child. Let this be, focus on something else. But whatever you do, don't let holiday blues get you too much down. I know you're going to miss them. I wish every birthday, holiday, because it's not just holidays. It's anytime a memory hits that it triggers something that makes you remember the person that's no longer here. We have to learn to still celebrate because we're still here, we're still living, we're still breathing, and no matter how much you miss that person, you just got to remember they're in a better place and that you will see them again someday. So this is 2018 is flying by. Like this total year is just zooming by. So I wanted to kind of make this in front of the Christmas tree with my little teeny Santa hat on because, the holidays haven't really felt like the holidays like that. But at the end of the day, you all, just remember to celebrate the people who you still have in your life. And if it's anybody that you have in your life that you have something against, life is too short. No relationship should suffer that much where you don't speak to somebody. Because you never know when that last moment can come where you can't apologize or you can't put your arms around them. You don't know what has happened. If it's something, forgiveness is something. I always hear that, it's not about forgiving and I can forgive, but I can't forget. So if you can't forget, have you really forgiven? Nothing should cause you to not speak to somebody. I mean, it's people that's in the ground that you probably haven't spoke to. Don't let this year pass without mending bridges. Somebody has to be the mature one. Somebody has to be the adult. Because if you look back on who you've lost, remember the last thing you said to a person? Sometimes it hurts. I had great relationships with both my siblings. So it still hurts that they're gone, but just to know that when they left, we were still close. Just to know that we still loved each other. My nephew, he knew I loved him. And the weird thing about him was that I had planned to see him that Friday. He passed away maybe 2 or 3 days before I planned to see him. But what I'm trying to say is that nothing is that serious in this lifetime that you cannot mend a broken heart or a broken bridge. You have to go back and mend it. Because the holidays can get you down and it's filled with so many different things. We can be busy, stressed out. Don't stress yourself out. Find something that will pick you up so that you won't have holiday blues. It's not worth it. People you love are not replaceable. They're not. Memories don't replace a person. They're just memories. It doesn't bring a person back. So I said all that to tell you that the holidays are a time of celebrating. Whether you say I don't feel like it today, find yourself a reason to feel like it. Because if you don't, you're just going to be slumped down this zombie who forgets that you have another day. Anytime you have breath in your body, you have another day. So I just wanted to say that, I told this message, of course, is 8 minutes, but I didn't really intend to talk that long. But I just wanted to really talk about holiday blues because I know the holidays are different for everybody. It's different. And I knew as a family when we were able to celebrate Thanksgiving after burying my brother the day before, that we can get through anything. Families aren't perfect. People aren't perfect. Remember, people are not perfect. They're people. They're imperfect. And if you decide not to make amends with people, that's on you. But I'm just saying, don't let anybody leave this earth in your lifetime, this lifetime, without knowing that you love them. Even if they don't want to speak to you, just you mend it. You mend it. Because I'm telling you something, my daughter is a blessing. And I love her with all of my heart. And she means everything to me. She's a blessing. And I'm just excited to be able to, even though she don't really understand Christmas, she loves the lights. She likes to see the lights, so I ride around and show her the lights. See, that's something that gets up my holiday blues. That's something I do. I drive around and look at the lights, and I look at the smile that it puts on her face. So even if you just celebrate it your own way, just don't let the blues get you down. All right. I'll chat with you all later. This is not a long video, but it's a little longer than I intended, but I just wanted to share that because holiday blues are real. And even if you just need somebody to talk to, and just if you want to celebrate the memorable person at Christmas time, do something y'all used to do. Cook the favorite food, laugh, but do something. But just don't let yourself be blue during the holiday time. All right, you all. Thank you for listening to me, and I know you're enjoying what I'm saying. I'm really coming from my heart, and I just want you all to have a happy holiday, happy New Year, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I don't know if you celebrate Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. Just enjoy your holiday, enjoy your family, your friends, your pets, whatever you have. Just enjoy yourself, and I will chat with you later.